Esteemed speakers, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the first thematic conference of our group during this mandate, an event that will look at the engagement of civil society organizations during COVID-19, the challenges they face and continue to face, and the roles they aspire to this future. As individuals, most of us very much look forward to the post-pandemic era. We're yearning for it, we dream of nothing else, but we have something to learn from what has been an absurd and strange abnormality of life. Indeed, there are great aspirations by civil society that after COVID-19, the values of social solidarity, cohesion, intergenerational cooperation, and sustainability, which really came to the fore during this crisis, will remain in the hearts and minds of citizens. The question as to what type of society we will have in the future will be very much shaped to the work we have been doing in the past year, and in particular, the work of many of you who are part of the civil society organizational culture. And this is where concrete collaboration with EU and national authorities should commence. For let us not forget, Article 3 of the Treaty on the European Union states that the aim of the EU is the promotion of peace, its values, and the well-being of its people. At the same time, COVID-19 pandemic has shaken up our communities, societies, economies to such an extent that it is now the right time to simply rethink what we call growth, governance models, how we balance economic prosperity, and most of all, how we manage social inclusion, how we manage human capital, sustainability, and well-being. We have to ensure that no human being, from wherever they come from, are excluded nor left behind, as has been stated very clearly by the EU Commission and various commissioners. This can only be achieved under two conditions. The first is that there is policy cohesion, a holistic and integrated approach to policy making, which actively promotes EU values and the well-being of its people. The post-COVID recovery cannot be dealt with in isolation. There must be direct links to the SDGs and poverty reduction to just green and digital transitions. The second condition is that civil society is directly involved in designing and delivering the new world, with bottom-up initiatives which respect the opinions and the rights of all EU citizens. What is crucial is to leverage the new form of solidarity and social activism that sprung to life during the pandemic, to leverage them and create civil society alliances. For the next step, there will be reconstruction of the economic and social fabric of our communities. And it is really important that we don't do what we always have, leave people behind and forget the role they have played, as you will hear during today's conference. In today's conference, we will have the opportunity to listen to the stories of many people who took up different roles during this pandemic. Some individual citizens, others are groups of volunteers, national European civil society organizations, or simply people who wanted to do nothing else but to help, particularly those struggling during the pandemic. But whichever sector of actors, whether they are providing essential public health, education, social care services, whether they're helping people in terms of managing their financial institutions, managing digital poverty, supporting mental health, whatever, these people have been an enormous asset to the fight against the pandemic. We know that the healthcare workers have operated in the first defense against COVID-19. I would go so far as to say that the voluntary and civil society organizations and the people who are in them have been manning the second defense, and we should not forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated for all to see the role of civil society, how we shape opinions, how we have managed to find simple solutions to what seem to be intractable problems. We must continue to be part of that solution. So before I close, I would like to say that we really are standing on a precipice. We have in front of us two major events, the Porto Social Summit and the longer-term conference on the future of Europe. It is my firm belief that the EESC and the wider civil society should focus its ambitions, its energy, and its time on the two priorities, rethinking our growth and governance models. Without these fundamental changes to European economic and societies, we will have missed opportunities provided by the pandemic to reform and restructure and rebuild a community that is better equipped to fight further pandemics, better equipped to fight poverty and social exclusion, and better equipped to advance the reason why the EU was founded, to promote peace, to promote well-being, and to promote a place where people can live and work in the knowledge that freedom to do so is there. So to you who have come to this morning's conference, I want you to get active. I want you to be involved, as you have been in the pandemic. I want you to ask questions. And most of all, I want you to work with us in Group 3 Diversity Europe to make even our work more inclusive and more better for the future. So with that, I hope you will enjoy today's work, that you will learn from it, and that you will go away with a purpose to continue the work you've already been doing.